Hey everybody, this is OK Day here, back with another Ballionaire infinite combo. This is another infinite combo which is infinite in time, not money. Apparently these things are not the same. As we found out a few videos back, infinite time does not imply infinite money because the money is actually implemented as floating point numbers instead of integers, so after a while adding another few dollars actually does not increment the counter at all. Nonetheless, too many boring details there. The plan for today is to use axes and glue. So in case you're not familiar, what axes do is they split the ball in half, and what glue does is it glues the balls back together. So, alphabetical order is hard. There we go. So you can sort of see what's going on here. We're going to drop the one ball. It's going to get chopped in two pieces. Glue does not have a cooldown, which is great. No matter which way the pieces fall, we will get two full balls. Each one of those will get chopped in half again. There are cooldowns on axes, so there will be a point at which we're not able to chop everything in half, but at least for a little while we will double the number of balls each layer. And anyway, by the end, we're going to have a bunch of half balls here. And what I was thinking was, wouldn't it be fun to put a bunch of balloons at the bottom? But the issue there is the cooldown is 30 seconds. But this would have been kind of funny because the balloons then would go up and get cut in half, then glued together, and then cut in half and glued together, and so on. But the cooldown is just way too restrictive there. So what I decided to do was actually water mills. Just take those balls that we've chopped in half a million times and go ahead and send them back up and chop them in half again, over and over and over again, until they go off the screen. Okay? And what we do there is basically turn the balls into fish. So when a ball exits the top of the screen, we spawn a fish ball for every carryable. Well, we've covered the whole screen and we don't have any carryables, so let's go ahead and give each ball a carryable when it spawns. And one last thing is, so the ball is gonna drop. It's gonna get some random carryable. As soon as it gets split in half, those two halves are not gonna have the carryable. The original carryable. They will get a new one from the toque, from the chef's hat, but they won't have the original one. And what I kind of want to do, what I think would be interesting, is the chopsticks. Every time you chop a ball, both halves keep all carryables that were on the original ball. The reason I find this interesting is because every single ball that makes it through this is gonna be chopped and then glued together so many times, and each time either one of these operations occurs, the ball will gain a new carryable. So you can imagine going down this whole thing, picking up carryables every step, then going back up and picking up more carryables. By the time you end up off screen, you're going to have so many carryables that you're going to spawn a lot of fish balls. And this should be enough to make an infinite combo. So let's go ahead and give this a shot and see how it looks. And you can sort of see some of these here are gaining a lot of carryables. That guy there had like 10 different carryables. And some of them will fall off the bottom of the screen. That's unfortunate, but you know, that'll just happen sometimes. But because we have some of these gaining so many carryables, even though some things fall through to the bottom, we have enough things surviving, and any given one of these that survives is going to drop like 10 fish. So that's basically the idea here. So I haven't really tested this extensively, and there are times where it looks like it's about to fizzle out. I do not have confidence that this is truly an infinite combo. I think with enough bad luck this could come to a halt. So my goal here is to have this thing run for about an hour. If it runs for an hour without fizzling out, I will call that a success. So without any, I guess, further jibber jabber from my end, I'll make sure to edit out that use of that word. without any further talking from my end, I will leave this for about an hour and come back and see where we're at. Alright, we're back, and it looks like this failed somewhere along the way. I wonder what we can do to make this better. Well, this is almost guaranteed to work. Yeah, because think about it this way. These watermills have a cooldown of 2 seconds, so after something hits it, there's like a lot of stuff that's going to be hitting it. After something hits it, it's grayed out. So when the axe chops a ball in half, I think the 2 halves are considered new balls. So they've just been spawned, and these are new balls that have not yet bonked anything. So if the watermill is grayed out and something falls through, the boomerang should send it back up. Let's see if this actually fixes it. Yeah, and you can already see. I'm not sure actually. No, things are going down through there and they're not coming back up. Well, I should be looking more if they're being cut in half first. Or glued together. Well, the last thing to happen to them had to be a gluing or a cutting, so either way, the last thing that happened to them created them. So everything that falls down should be affected by the boomerang if I was correct, and that's not the case. So maybe I'm wrong about how that works. Well, let's leave this for another hour and see if it does any better. Oh, looks like this one's still going. So even though the boomerang didn't act as I expected it would, in terms of things falling down in the middle, I guess just the fish that fall off the sides then go back up are enough to spawn other fish and somehow make this whole thing work, is my guess. Anyhow, I guess this is maybe not an infinite combo, but it's been going for more than an hour now, so I'm happy to call that. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.